I just recently um added the business broker um opportunity. And I and I hadn't gotten anything until yesterday. I actually got a lead from my IBBA portal, and this will be like my first actual like potential client. And so I don't really know where to go. It appears they have, well, they've got their financing in place or ready. There's a fair sorry, here, I'll read, I want to look at the email that they sent me. So he's an established entrepreneur with a group, and he's got all his background here. He's initially focused on light manufacturing, industrial services, technology-enabled services, but open to strong opportunities in other industries. He wants Mountain West preferred, and his size is 750K to 1.5 M SDE. I don't know what SDE means.
Okay.
And then he says, I have the equity capital, deal team, and lender support already in place. It enables me to move quickly and close reliably on the right opportunity. So this is all good. And he's got his lender letter attached and some business profile. But so I didn't call him back yet. This just came yesterday, but I wanted to reach out today because I just didn't know how to approach anybody. I don't have any listings. I assume I need a listing or a seller because it sounds like he has the team in place. Am I on the right path?
Well, he's looking for a business, it sounds like, right? And
Yes, for sure.
he's giving you his buyer's profile. So that's pretty typical in business brokering. We have more buyers than we do sellers, typically. So most of us that are business brokers, some of them on here, I don't know, speak for myself, but um, I'm in a lot of these small groups. Like I just got off of one that was a national one, and uh, none of them are buyer uh, representatives. They're always seller representatives in business brokering. So when we get an email like that, which we do just about every day, there's someone that's, yeah, darn it. Uh, it's now you can represent him if you want, but that because the mentality in residential is that's what you do. You take a buyer and you go find a house. And in business, it's not that simple. And as you know, if in the residential side, if you have a house for sale and it's priced right, you'll sell it and you'll get the commission. But if you're a buyer's rep, it's harder. You're making offers, you have 20 people bidding against you and all that. You used to, I don't know what it's like today, but um, in business brokering, it's double-sided. You make more commission typically. So if you're representing the seller, you'll typically bring a buyer in because this buyer you'll then show him that listing and you'll make your 10%, let's say. And so I mean, someone come jump in here if you want and
Yeah.
tell me what you think, John.
I think you're spot on. I think early on you have to identify if you want to be, I mean, you can be both representing buyers and sellers, but I think you really want to stick, in one lane and focus on that 100%. I think this is a good lead that you have. It sounds like he's already done some due diligence. He's already packaged himself to buy something, it seems like.
Yes.
So the key thing is, can you find him something that's going to fit his, you know,
Check his boxes. Yeah.
yes, yes.
So that's where I'm new to business brokering. So, I mean, it's not that different from commercial real estate and finding commercial space and all that, but it's still a little bit of it's different. I just didn't want to call him and sound completely unaware of.
So here's what I would suggest, Kimberly, and this is actually how I get sellers to respond to me. I say, I have a buyer for your business. And you may, I mean, they may not want to buy that particular business or a business similar to yours. And and you could give them even some of the specifics if you wanted to. And you can generate responses from sellers. The problem is that you end up with pocket listings. You may not get a commission. Um, it's not very clean. I want to have something in writing, and I don't like pocket listings, and I want an exclusive listing for a sale. So if I do have a buyer and there is a seller, I have to have something in writing. Make sure that's in your pocket. Um, and you want it from, both parties. You don't want the buyer going around you to the seller either. And so
Right.
you've got some tricky little things to maneuver here, in my estimation. Um, Not too tricky, but you can't really trust people from the standpoint is um, they'll just call each other. They'll once they find out the company's name, they'll call each other, and you're out of the loop if you don't have things in writing and tied down. You just got to tie everything down.
Okay.
And it's not, it's people working with people. It's don't be afraid of it. Just say, yes, I'll look for it. If I can find something, I will. And then you can go out there and do that. You don't have to know everything there is to know. The fact that you're saying you don't know everything makes you an honest person. Um, when people say they know more than they do, you can always you can suss that out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We always do. And I mean, I'm older than you are, and I don't know everything. And I've been in business. I don't, we just don't know everything. We just don't know what we don't know. But like the meeting I just got off of, there was a guy that had started in business brokering, and he got three leads over $100 million. They're in the oil and gas business. And he decided he was going to go get those put together. He made nothing. He didn't sell them because he knew nothing. But what he did was he built a team. So my suggestion is you go, connect the dots and get people that know something and have experience. Like in this group, Tanya, the leader of this group, is very experienced, and she's more than willing to give you information and documents and contracts and all of that.
Yeah. I sent her a message yesterday. I don't know the best way to reach her, if it's by text or email, but I was
Email,
gonna reach out.
email's
Okay.
fine. She's on an airplane today,
Okay.
Yeah,
and
she'll respond. She'll get back to you. She's really good at that. At least my experience has been that way, so I'm sure yours would be no different than mine.
I just